Welcome. Imagine managing a SaaS platform with 4,500 customers and 30,000 active users each week. Now imagine that the number of critical incidents increases by 80% in 3 months. That's exactly what happened in this story. Discover how an automation and unified monitoring solution reduced critical incidents by 35%. Between October and December, a B2B SaaS platform specializing in data visualization and automated reporting experienced a crisis. The number of incidents went from 250 to 450, an 80% increase. More than 45 critical incidents affected thousands of users. The most impacted metrics were API error rate, checkout success rate, net recurring revenue delta, data freshness lag, and churn rate. The result? Between 30,000 and 60,000 users impacted. Customer confidence suffered. Among non-renewals, 45% cited product reliability as the main reason. The fundamental problem: there was no single source of truth. Incidents were scattered across multiple systems: Notion, Slack, PostgreSQL, and even Google Sheets. The product team had to manually cross-reference data and search for trends. It was like solving a puzzle, losing hours every week. The solution: automate incident detection with n8n and build a unified dashboard. But why n8n among all available automation platforms? n8n offered exactly what was needed: direct database access without mandatory API, visual workflows that even non-technical people could understand, the ability to create custom nodes, self-hosted options, and cost-effectiveness at scale. It was the perfect choice. Before automating, the product health score had to be designed first. This required determining and calculating key metrics. First, the impact score, a simple function combining severity, delta change, and scale of affected users. Second, priority, derived from severity and impact score, classified from P1, critical, to P4, low. Finally, the product health score itself, calculated as 100 minus the sum of penalties. These penalties come from 4 main factors: incident volume, up to 40% penalty; incident severity, up to 25%; number of affected users, up to 15%; business trends, up to 20%. The final score determines the product status: green and stable above 80, yellow and under watch between 60 and 80, or red and at risk below 60. The automated detection system has 4 main streams. Stream 1 retrieves recent revenue metrics, identifies unusual spikes in churn MRR, and creates incidents when necessary. It uses a statistical analysis called z-score to detect anomalies. Stream 2 monitors feature usage metrics to detect sudden drops in adoption or engagement. Stream 3 is particularly powerful. For each open incident, it collects additional context from the database, churn by country, by plan, by segment, then uses AI to generate a clear root cause hypothesis and suggested next steps. A summarized report is sent to Slack and email, and the incident is updated. Stream 4 compiles every morning all incidents from the previous day, creates a Notion page for documentation, and sends a report to the leadership team. In total, 8 different metrics received similar detection nodes, with the z-score direction adjusted depending on whether increases or decreases were problematic. The AI agent receives additional context through SQL queries to generate more accurate root cause hypotheses. All this data is gathered and sent in a daily email. The workflow generates daily summary reports aggregating all incidents by metric and severity, distributed via email and Slack to stakeholders. But here's the crucial point: AI is a tool, not a perfect solution. A final check is necessary to ensure the analysis was done correctly. The AI suggests the 3 most likely root causes for each incident, but humans must always validate. The dashboard consolidates all signals in one place. An automatic product health score with a base of 0 to 100 is calculated taking into account incident volume, severity weighting, open versus resolved status, number of affected users, business trends like MRR, usage trends like active accounts. The dashboard also displays a segment breakdown to identify which customer groups are most affected, weekly heat maps and time series trend charts to identify recurring patterns, and a detailed incident view with business context, dimensions, root cause hypothesis, and an AI-generated summary. At the time of initial diagnosis, the product health score showed a score of 24 out of 100 with at-risk status. There were 45 critical and high incidents, 36 incidents over the last 7 days, and more than 33,000 estimated affected users. The most significant impacts were, for enterprise customers, critical data freshness issues. For mid-market, recurring incidents on feature adoption. For SMBs, fluctuations in onboarding and activation. After 2 months of implementation, the results were remarkable. A 35% reduction in critical incidents. SRE and data teams identified recurring root causes of some major issues thanks to unified data, and were able to fix and monitor them. Incident response time improved dramatically thanks to AI summaries and all available metrics. What are the lessons for product teams? First, start simple. Building an automation system and dashboard must be clearly defined. You're building a product for your collaborators, not for customers. Understand each team's needs. Define your MVP that meets all needs first, then improve it. Second, unified metrics matter more than perfect detection. You'll save time thanks to them and understanding. Good detection is essential, but if metrics are inaccurate, the time saved will be wasted. Third, automation saves 10 hours per week of manual investigation. By automating manual and recurring tasks, you'll save hours of investigation. Finally, document everything. Proper and detailed documentation is essential and will allow all involved parties to have a clear understanding. In conclusion, building a product health dashboard offers several benefits. Detect negative trends earlier. Reduce critical incidents by identifying root cause patterns. Understand real business impact. Prioritize the product roadmap based on risk and impact. Align product, data, SRE, and revenue around a single source of truth. That's exactly what many companies lack: a unified data approach. Thank you for your attention.